Okay, so let's start our homework. We are learning to name that rock. What I expect you to know by the end of this session. You must understand the word classification. You should know the different types of rocks, and you could identify and classify rock samples. Classification. Classification is what scientists use to sort out all living organisms into groups. When biologists want to classify different species of plants or animals, they use a key. A key is a series of questions that you answer to lead you to the correct classification of a plant, animal or object. You are going to try and use a key to classify some rock samples. Let's remind ourselves of the different rocks by listening to Tim and Moby first.
Dear Tim and Moby, what are the different types of rocks? From Sandy. Rocks are split into three basic types: igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary. Magma is molten material from deep inside the earth that comes to the surface through volcanoes. You may know it as lava. That's what it's called when it's above ground.
Igneous rocks form when this molten material cools.
Not all of the magma makes it out of the volcano. The rocks that form when trapped magma cools are called intrusive igneous rocks. See those big crystals? Trapped magma takes longer to cool than magma that reaches the surface. This gives the atoms time to arrange into big crystals called mineral grains. Extrusive igneous rocks form from the lava that flows out of volcanoes or from magma found very near the Earth's surface. Lava cools pretty quickly when it gets near the Earth's surface, so extrusive rocks have much smaller mineral grains than intrusive rocks. What? Sure is hot down here. Hey, that's a metamorphic rock. The rocks below the Earth's surface are under a lot of pressure from the rock layers above. Enough heat and pressure will turn those rocks back into molten magma. But if it doesn't get quite hot enough for the rocks to melt, the rocks will be cooked and smushed into a new type of rock. Metamorphic rocks have mineral grains that are flattened and aligned. An igneous rock can be transformed into a metamorphic rock when enough heat and pressure are applied.
So can a sedimentary.
Okay, how'd we get here? Oh, those are sedimentary rocks. They're made from bits of eroded rock, mineral grains, and plant and animal remains that have been pressed together over time. Lots of times, sedimentary rocks form from the remains of other rocks. The layers are important because the oldest rock is at the bottom. True, if you were to dig in and upset the layers, some old rock pieces might be overturned and moved to the surface. What are you doing? We'd better get going. Moby?
Okay, so let's talk through those rocks slower and make sure we completely understand them. The first one we looked at was igneous rocks. Intrusive igneous rocks have small crystals because the magma has cooled quickly. Intrusive igneous rocks have big crystals because the magma has cooled slowly. Here we have, so the volcano is erupting. Some lava is outside the volcano, cools very, very quickly. This one down here only now cooling because it's inside. And this makes a difference to the size of the crystals, but both do have crystals. Next rock we looked at was sedimentary rock. As a river enters the sea, it slows down and deposits the sediment that it was carrying. Over millions of years, the sediment is buried by more and more sediment. Eventually, as the water is squeezed out, it is cemented together to form a sedimentary rock. Here we have the layers of the different sedimentary rock. And the last one, metamorphic rock. This one works by causing pressure and heat, pushing all that rock together until eventually you have a very solid rock forming. So let's go through that. You must understand the word classification. You should know the different types of rock, and you could identify and classify rock samples. Make sure you've got the words and keywords written down, and I'll see you next lesson.